but it'll...
I will let you know when I see it.
Even earlier.
Oh, wrong button. Gotta pop out this here chat so I can actually see the chat. Even though I know it will be on the screen. I'm gonna hit refresh here, and we should be... Yes, we are 27 seconds live at this point, so we should be good to go. So welcome, one and all, to Three Beans in a Pod. Today's
Minus
actually...
one.
Yeah, about to say today's actually two beans in a pod. One of our beans is under the weather, unfortunately. They've got a little migraine situation going on, so they're not going to be able to join us for the time being.
We actually just decided to remove that bean and replace him with Moon. We thought that might add more viewers.
It couldn't hurt. That's why, so you can see on here we got Beano crossed out, and we got Moon. Moon taking the spot today, and I tried to stick somewhat with our theme color scheme, which is that little pink, but I had to do all the stuff today in pink for Moon.
It makes sense.
It's beautiful.
So
I do like it.
How is everybody doing today?
I am wonderful. How are you today, Taco?
I am tired, but I'm alive.
How about you, Moon?
Doing good. Nothing better than being productive and getting things done.
That's what I like to hear. How was work today, Taco, by the way? I was going to ask you, but I figured I'd wait for the podcast.
Work's good. They're starting to toss around rumor that we might be going into mandatory overtime on Saturdays, which makes me sad, but at the end of the day, I'll have a nice little paycheck. I mean, if nothing else.
That's always sweet.
And for people who haven't known already, which I'm sure everybody does, you have gotten a new job now, Taco.
This is true.
So, more regular hours for streaming, and yeah.
It might mess with my Saturday streams a little bit, but in general, I'm actually able to make some sort of a like schedule. Now, I'll say if you are following me and you saw like my Wednesday schedule for this week, you're probably saying to yourself, "Hey, look, another time that we're not playing Dark Souls. Cool, that's great." But the stars actually aligned for us to be able to get Moonlit onto the show. So, there was, the small part where we were kind of thinking about not doing it because Beano couldn't be here, but trying to get 3 to 4 people organized at one time is a task within itself. So that's why we're just going forward with today, just to make sure
Surprise, motherfucker.
Okay, well,
Whoa.
Thank you. That was... wasn't expecting that because I don't have an alert box on here. But thank you, Bill, for the raid.
Thank you for the raid, everybody.
I see Keffy.
Hey, Bill.
I'm sorry. I see Keffy in the chat there. I see Yoink, Lubbers, Bill, Deppy Shep. Keffy looks so excited. OMG, Gadget Moon. Yep, that we're all here. Crazy
indeed.
Casey. It is Moon.
Hi.
The one and only. Beano, how's it going, buddy? But yeah, like we said, Beano is out today, for anybody who didn't know. He's not feeling too well. He will be back next time for the stream, or the next podcast. And he's the one who came up with the idea of, he said just go on with the show without him, so we're here right now. The stars aligned for Moon and us to do this right now. Alrighty, so
I'll let you go then.
Alrighty, so let's start it out then. So Moon, how about you tell us a little bit about yourself that we might not know at first, before I start into the question.
Okay, so I am Moonlit101. I'm from South Africa, and Currently now I'm in Canada, moved over for like a job, and um, been gaming for like a really long time, since before I could even read. And I don't know, there's a lot of things that kind of led up to me being on Twitch, but it's been an awesome journey. And yeah, like most people think I'm really young, but I'm in my 20s, just by the way. Um, what else? If you didn't know, I like the color pink.
I would have never known that one.
I like Azoka's comment. Beano's voice is different. His whole accent changed. It's really weird. I don't get it.
Yeah. Alrighty. So, Moon, how was it? I know you said you're from South Africa, so can you tell us a little bit of growing up there? Was it, how was it living up in there?
Well, we don't necessarily have lions walking in the streets. A lot of people think that happens, but it doesn't. But it's a very beautiful country, I must say. And I was in Cape Town, which is way in the south. Um,
Hmm.
and it's one of the best places to be because it's got mountains, it's got the ocean, like ocean that you can swim in, warm ocean. There's hiking trails, there's so many things to do. We have beautiful like fynbos, which is indigenous to South Africa and to Cape Town. Um, but on the other hand, South Africa is one of those dangerous places with lots of crime, lots of things going on that you have to always be wary of.
Hmm.
So growing up in that kind of environment where you have the one side where it's a beautiful country, amazing people who live there, but there's also this, side of a lot of crime and poverty. But yeah, and it's definitely very different to Canada.
I would imagine so.
Yeah, but we have so many different cultures, and growing up with those different cultures means that I, got to experience a lot of different foods, a lot of different languages. South Africa, if you guys don't know, has 11 official languages.
Wow.
So most countries have one. We have 11.
It's just mad.
Yeah. I can't say that I speak them all. I can't say that I know all of them, the names, but yeah, there's 11. And different regions will have different levels of people, numbers of people speaking those languages, which is pretty cool.
Yeah, when I think about South Af or just Africa in general, I think of a lot of different type of cultures and just a lot going on down there. I guess and whatnot, and especially you hear a lot about like North Africa. You don't really hear a whole lot about South Africa, so it's pretty neat to hear a little bit more about it. Like I don't know a whole lot about people like living or growing up and getting to hear their story about South Africa. So it's pretty interesting to figure out or learn about just how much culture there is and how many languages. And just as like a dumb American, like you think of America or just Africa in general as like tribes and lions and like just the wildness.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean,
Alrighty, so oh yeah, continue.
no, you go for it.
No, go ahead. I was just gonna move on because I thought that was it.
Well, I mean, um, it's definitely like one of those places that someone should visit at least once in their lifetime, because it's
Hmm.
hard to like put into words, but um, yeah, it's definitely a beautiful place, and I would recommend that people go there to kind of see what it's like.
Yeah. So, how was it growing up in South Africa with gaming wise? Like, what did you like originally start playing, and like what were some of your top favorite games growing up, or just some that you liked?
Well, thankfully we had a lot of the same things that other people had. Like they imported it. The downside was obviously it was a lot more expensive. But I started out on you're gonna laugh, but I don't actually know what the first one was called. All I know is that it had a cartridge
Oh,
that you put on the top.
well,
But I
that
had
could
one
be
of
anything.
those. And I remember playing Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. I started with the Game Boy Advance SP. I went to like PSP, PlayStation 1, 2, 3, and then I lost track of PlayStation, switched to Xbox. PlayStation 3 put me off. But
Oh.
my favorite games growing up was probably like The Sims was one.
Hmm.
I was playing that game before I could even read. So that involved just, picking any random option and hoping that my sim did whatever I wanted.
Uh,
um, I think probably the game I've spent the most time playing is the Gears of War series. That was one of my absolute favorite games. Um, I used to play that every single day. The storyline, it was dark and grungy, and the multiplayer was so action packed. I loved the whole series. Maybe not the whole one, but most of the games. And another one was definitely Call of Duty. That was what got me into Xbox 360. Um, and FPS games. Um, I saw my brother playing it one time, and I thought, okay, this looks fun. Let's try it. And I was really bad at it. I was really, really bad at it. But eventually, I wasn't so bad anymore. Um, And then, the usual platformers were kind of my thing. So Ratchet and Clank, Spyro, Crash Bandicoot, those obviously were like classics, favorites back in the day for me. And po- Pokemon.
I'm back.
Okay, you're back.
This is a thing that happens,
This might
man.
happen. Yeah, this might happen like a time or two. Yeah, sorry.
um, Another
Please
one I
continue.
played was Pokemon.
Hmm.
Uh, I might not have played all the Pokemon games that you guys did, but I did play at least Sapphire, and
That's my
I
favorite.
really, really enjoyed that one. And like you guys know, games was so much cheaper um, in the past. So I used
Yeah.
to play all things. I used to play fighter games. I used to play like Need for Speed racing games. Anything I could get my hands on, and I would love it, because I didn't have to worry so much about how much it costs just to buy a game, one game.
Hmm.
Thankfully, my parents were able to, support my love for gaming. Um, and another one when I was younger was Assassin's Creed for sure.
Yeah.
Assassin's Creed series was amazing, and I was lucky enough to go to Italy at one
Wow.
stage, and because I'd played Assassin's Creed, I knew certain things that when the guide was talking about it, I was like, I already know that, you know, and it was just so cool to know. And the architecture was the same. Anyway, that was just awesome that a game could teach me so much history before I'd even, kind of known that. Um, but yeah, those were the ones that kind of stuck out for me as growing up. I'm sure there were more, but those were my
Yeah.
favorites.
I remember you telling me that you had an older brother, so I was kind of curious. Was there like certain games that you would like to play with your brother, or like you guys played, a whole lot?
Hmm. I think, yeah, like Call of Duty was one of those things we used to play a lot.
Hmm.
Um, the fighter games I'd obviously try and fail to fight against him. Um, Racing games, of course, as well. And like we mostly played different types of games, but the
Yeah.
ones where like co-op was an option, those were the ones that we would like verse each other, play those together. race, all kinds of things.
Oh, well, yeah, I had a younger sister, so I would always have her just play tons of different things with me as well. Um, I remember we used to play a lot of Pokemon together. I remember getting a Game Boy Color, then I bought another game, or I got another Game Boy Color just for her. And then we had like blue and red, and then we had gold and silver. We used to play just tons of that and trade Pokemon and whatnot. I think that was probably her favorite thing to play with me. We used to play that all the time.
Yeah, Pokemon, there were some times where I was like, here's the Game Boy. Please defeat this gym leader for me. You know, I just needed that help sometimes. But yeah.
Mm.
Well, see, that's
So,
interesting. I didn't know that
oh.
you had. I want to talk too, you know.
I was making sure.
No, I actually that was kind of neat learning that you had a older sibling. Do you have any other siblings or just older brother?
Just the older brother, yeah. And he definitely beat me at a lot of games, I will say.
Well, that's the benefit of age, because it's like I have my little brother, but it's an 18-year difference between the two of us.
Ooh.
So
Wow.
it's like, you know, what I played with him a lot when he was little was like Putt Putt Saves the Zoo and like the Putt Putt games and stuff like that, and it just like was there was only so much I could do with that. But when he got older, like we were playing Overwatch and stuff like that, so I can definitely I feel that. I can feel the sibling love and being able to game together.
Nice. Yeah, it's always great.
Yeah, I just learned about Moon having an older brother, I think like a week or two ago when we were playing, I think No Man's Sky.
Oh yeah, because
Yeah, with
that was one of
Azoka,
the
right?
games we played. We played
Yeah,
No Man's Sky together, and that's how I first, learned how to play the game and started
yeah.
exploring it. And yeah, it was like a nice chill game to just hang out with.
Well, since we brought up No Man's Sky, I kind of figured we were going to end up talking about it since we're all pretty much addicted to it right now. I'm not sure about Taco, but like
Yeah, let's
we
about to
got
say addicted's a
Beano,
very strong word for me. So
yeah, we got Beano, Moon, Hizoka, Audio, and now Sam. And it sounds like Bill is finally downloading this. About time. Jeez.
SMH my head.
I know, right? So
But
yeah, let's see. Oh, go ahead.
it's only a
Next topic.
four-person game, though, isn't it?
It is, but I'm not exactly certain about the expedition mode. That's the new one because when you're, it's just like there's tons of different like online players that you can see going around the whole galaxy as well. So
Yeah.
I'm not exactly sure if it can go up to 8 or just 4.
Read that it
So
can go up to more, but I think missions are ones you can only do 4 people. So you can
yeah,
all be in the same
Oh,
session just exploring, but missions you have to do and like your party that you can see is only 4 people.
I'm just typing
but
in chat
yeah,
real quick.
it's been a lot of fun playing those No Man's Sky nights lately. We were up. Let's see, we started like what was it, last Friday? We were up till like 5. I was at least up till like 5 in the morning.
Good lord.
So it must have been like 3 for Moon.
Yeah. Yeah, it
Yeah.
was.
And I think Dino and Hizoka played with us as well. And then I remember we played the next day as well. And the whole goal was to get Moon a new ship. And we spent so many of those charts to get like a distress signal. And like the whole time we could not get her a ship. So so then Dino helped her just farm these eggs, right?
Yep.
Yeah, with tons of like hostile aliens. So then they were down on the ground, like shooting at these aliens, and Hizoka and I were flying with our ships and blasting them. So then we just did that for a while, and she just sold like all the eggs for tons of credits and got a new ship finally.
Yeah.
But I just found
Y-
it funny that we spent so much time trying to get you a ship doing the signals, and we could not achieve that goal.
Yeah, it was so funny because there's like three other people just like exploring the galaxy like we need to get Moonlit a ship.
Yeah,
And we spent 2 hours at least trying to do that. And it was just so much fun. I mean, it sounds simple, but just hanging out with friends and, you know, exploring the galaxy, it's kind of fun.
yeah, it's such a blast. And then I heard that you started expedition mode last night with Sam. How did that go for people who didn't know?
Went well. So I basically started a new character, fixed up my ship. My ship is pretty epic. You guys are gonna be jealous. Just saying.
But
Um, and we started a new base. We basically just tried to get things going and figure things out. But you'd be surprised how dangerous the planets are. Because Sam landed on a planet and she said to me, "Moon, don't land here. This is not safe." And yeah, I think we found a good home. For those of you who like turtles, one of the animals was a white turtle
oh
that
wow,
swims on the land, not
that's
in water.
interesting.
It was interesting to find that, and it was very cute.
How far did you guys get on your milestones, by the way, or did you do those on the expedition missions yet?
We did the expedition mission, so it was the base one where we build a base.
Okay.
That's how far we got.
Okay, I would imagine you probably did the like of course you got to get to your ship one, and then I would probably guess you did the well, you had to have warped to a new planet. So yeah,
Yes, we
maybe
did.
the walking one as well you did.
Did I
But
get the
then
Fredo one? No, I didn't do the Fredo one. Whatever it is.
well, Sam,
It's very sad.
you should be able to get one when you warp into a new galaxy. That's when these expedition like freighters tend to happen. Like Beano and I went to do two different galaxies, and like the first one, I got the freighter call, and then I got the freighter, and then the second galaxy we went to, he got it. So I would imagine it won't take you too long to get it.
Yeah, yeah, I'm sure I will.
Yeah. So are you liking the expedition mode? Like, do you like the objective type of deal compared to the normal mode,
I
where it's
don't
just
mind
kind of
it.
explore Minecraft?
I quite enjoy it because it gives you purpose.
Hmm.
Um, like it gives you a purpose if you want it, but it doesn't kind of detract from just exploring for the sake of exploring if you wanted to.
Yeah. Alrighty, well, I think that is about it on the No Man's Sky before we get just a 2 hour complete No Man's Sky podcast, which is definitely possible, especially if Beano was here. Oh boy. Alright, so anyway, I remember you told me you started on Mixer. How was that, by the way?
Was interesting. So it was different to just in interface and community and the vibe to Twitch. So when I look at Twitch, I was like, wow, this is too complicated. There's so many badges and colors and there's just so much going on. So when I looked at Mixer, I was like, wow, this is so simple. I know what's going on. You know, the chats were always smaller, so there were fewer people talking. You could meet people very quickly because there wasn't that many people streaming, and almost a lot of the people who stream the same things would kind of know each other because, you know, there wasn't that many there wasn't always that many people streaming the same games. Like obviously the big ones like Apex or Call of Duty or I don't know what's a big one. Dead by Daylight.
Um,
You know, the ones that are main games, sure there'll be a lot
yeah.
of people. But the smaller games, there wasn't always like a huge, amazing amount of people streaming. So your visibility was better, but also like it was just a simpler way of finding people to watch.
So I never actually used Mixer. I'm kind of curious how it was compared to like Twitch. Like how was there like an affiliate type of deal, or was there like special emotes?
So when I started, there wasn't anything besides partner. So either you were partner or you were just a normal streamer.
Mm-hmm.
And as time went on, people asked them like, can we have something in between? And they started piloting something called Embers, which is essentially like bits. And
Mm-hmm.
you could sign up for it, and was like a in testing type of situation. Certain countries were eligible, so some weren't. So South Africa wasn't.
Mm-hmm.
Um, but they also had something called Sparks, which is like your points
Okay.
as an affiliate, and everyone had access to that. So you could create some sort of effect on your stream, or you could, you know, give a sticker that pops up in chat. It was bigger or animated, and it would show up in chat. And if you were a partner, it would give the partner money. If you weren't a partner, it was just for fun. But it would be like something a little bit more interactive. Like you might have like some jellyfish floating in the chat or something crazy like that, or fireworks shooting across the screen, which was quite cool. Another thing that they had was co-streams, and I think that's something that Twitch is really, really missing. You could have a co-stream of 4 people, like showing up on the same, page, and the chat would be shared. You
That
wouldn't
would
have
be
to go
nice.
anywhere else. So you'd have 4 people streaming the same game. The chat is shared. Your mods are still your mods, but they're mods now for the same channel. And like it just allowed people to stream together instead of separately, which was really, really cool. Um, and another feature they had was that you as a streamer could be playing some platformer, right? But then you could
Mm-hmm.
say, okay, if you have a PC and a controller and you're able to connect it to your PC, take over my stream, play this game for
Wow.
me. You could literally like take control of the game, but it was all integrated into Mixer, and it was pretty cool. But yeah, like I think the monetization part was where it kind of fell flat, and a lot of the the downsides was that your viewership was limited to how many people actually go to Mixer.
Mm.
So the biggest streamers were getting thousands, but not like tens of thousands or like hundreds of thousands. They were getting, as many as Mixer might allow you to get based on how many watched Mixer. So it kind of limited you in your growth. But I mean, you could still get partner, just not on the scale of Twitch.
Mm.
Well, I think
Yeah.
that's why they did the whole hiring of Ninja. Like they pulled him from Twitch just to try and be like, okay, what we're lacking is really, really big content creators. So they offered him like, I don't know how much they offered him. I know they offered him like more money than God to basically come over to Mixer, which I think unfortunately was probably the beginning of the end for them with because
They
I
did the
think
same with Shroud too.
yeah, I think
Yeah.
I think they threw a little too much money out like that to get content creators, and I don't think it paid off for them. Well, I mean, clearly it didn't pay off for them because they ended up selling it to Facebook. So it makes me wonder how much because I was on Facebook gaming for like a hot minute when I was starting out. I was doing YouTube and Facebook like multi streams, because there's different, you can stream to multiple sources with Streamlabs and stuff. But I never really got into it very deep because I never got any turnover on Facebook. Like, it just kind of felt like I was just streaming into the void. So it kind of makes me wonder if they've been able to implement any of the stuff that you were just talking about into Facebook gaming at all. Because like I said, I haven't looked at, I never looked at Mixer. Um, Honestly, like when Mixer was at its height, I was kind of in that same period where it was like, uh, I wasn't really even into Twitch yet, because I just kind of saw
Same.
like video game streaming is just kind of silly, or just like a hobby type of thing, not so much like something serious. So
Yeah.
it's very weird. So it's a shame that it's gone. I'm not necessarily a huge fan of it being, eaten up by Facebook, because I feel like Facebook is slowly consuming everything, just like Google is consuming everything. But what is, and I keep forgetting the name of it because I'm terrible with the names. Well, what is that new streaming site?
Glamesh.
I haven't even heard of this.
I've heard of it
It was
only recently.
it was something that a lot of my Mixer, like people I followed on Mixer, were talking about because they didn't want to come to Twitch. They didn't want to go to Facebook gaming. They wanted something else. Anything but like Facebook and Twitch. And so people said, "Hey, like we're creating a new site. We're going to be something different." And we're kind of still creating it, but at some point we're going to be available, and people waited for it. They said, "I'd rather wait for something new than go to Facebook or Twitch."
I mean,
It's funny because I was going to ask you questions earlier about like things you would have implemented from Mixer to Twitch was actually going to be one of my questions. And it's interesting. I mean, that you said some things and whatnot, and so it's interesting that people decide to, or it sounds like some of your community or Mixer community decide to wait that long. It's been quite a while since the buyout, so I think that's a lot of dedication and whatnot, and I hope that this pays out for these people who decide to wait instead of going to the Twitch world.
Yeah, well, the thing is, like, people felt betrayed when Mixer died. They said, they've been grinding, they've been working hard, they've been building a community for so long, and suddenly it's just not there anymore. So I think they needed that break to reassess whether streaming's still even for them. And
Yeah.
so to wait this long, I don't think they were waiting. I think they were reassessing, you know, trying to figure out what they wanted to do.
Oh yeah, Bill. I just noticed Bill wrote this a little bit ago about Ninja. I think he said. Let me pick this back up. He said he got 30 mil for signing up to Mixer and be exclusive. They had to pay him 50 million because they shut down. That's nuts to buy out his contract.
He doesn't have to work ever again. Just on that. I mean, and I don't even know what he's at on Twitch again. I know somebody else has taken like the lead as the number one Twitch subscribed person, but it's just
Ludwig, yeah.
it's just the amount of money. It's I know that like everybody always says like hard work and dedication and blah blah blah, but it's like honestly, people like freaking Ninja and stuff like that, like that's a 1 in a million like thing. Not as much as I don't want to discourage anybody out there, like if you're grinding and you want to get on that grind, could you reach that level? Maybe. But it's one of those things where it's like Ninja is just one of those bizarre things that just kind of took off, you know? And God, getting that kind of guaranteed money and then getting more money because of the company shutting down is just insane.
Yeah,
It is
and then
pretty
he
crazy.
comes
Yeah.
back, and he comes back here and makes tons more. And he was deciding if he actually wanted to come back here, and I think he might have made some money off of YouTube too.
Beano.
Beano says, do you guys remember that time nobody flossed with Ninja? Fond memories.
I do, Beano. That was great.
I do.
I would have been the same guy at that point, though. I wouldn't have known who Ninja was, and I wouldn't have done it.
Yeah, I've never really even cared who Ninja was because all I knew about Ninja was he was a Fortnite guy, and I was like, I don't like Fortnite all that much. So, you know, it's like whatever. He's a streamer guy. But then I'm walking through Target and there's a ninja stuffed animal and there's a ninja blind bag thing and then there's a ninja book. I'm just like, what the hell? Like, how did this guy pop off like this? Ah, there we go. I want to become famous. Yeah, boy. I'll take care of that right now. Bam.
I definitely agree with what Bill just said. The main thing now is just to find a niche that people don't get enough of. There's so many streamers out there now that it's near impossible to hit it big without a big grind.
Yeah.
I would definitely agree with that. Plus, there's nothing bad with what we have right now with just finding your own community and just building off of it. You know, like you don't. I don't think you have to become a big streamer in today's world to do decent at Twitch.
Nah, it's. I mean, it really just boils down to whatever you want your goal to be. I mean, I think most people, if they're going into streaming as not just a like hobby, but actually as like a source of income, then I would say yes, of course they're aiming for partner. Um, I'm not gonna say that like I'm gonna switch platforms again, but I'm definitely kind of looking at other platforms still because it's like just seeing the various like cuts of everything. Like if I were to be able to like do what I'm doing now, but consistently on YouTube, like they take a smaller cut, and YouTube has a better search algorithm than Twitch does. So there's a little more discoverability on YouTube, but I really enjoy what I've discovered on Twitch. So it's really hard to like then be like, okay, well, I'm gonna stop Twitch and now I'm gonna go back to YouTube and hope that some of you guys come over to YouTube and then just like and it's to me like I don't want to lose what I have now because I'd be okay if what I have now forever. You know, of course I want to make more money at the end of the day, but it is what it is.
I think you're lying about the YouTube. I think you just want to go to Plexstorm, don't you, Taco?
Oh hell yeah, buddy! That's what I want to do. I want to get over there. I'm gonna get a donation button and be like in the middle of a video game, and then if somebody is like for every $10 donation, I'll whip out my wiener during the play, and then just boom, there it is. I'm going for it.
Oh,
Like
no.
I'll have even better channel point redemptions there. If you thought reverse was crazy, I have to play my Nintendo gamepad with an erect penis and I can only press A and B with it, you know? Like people will just like they're gonna love it.
Oh boy. Oh boy. Apparently they make decent revenue down there, from what I've heard.
Honestly, I've only thought about streaming there a couple of times just for one, the lulz. I think that would be hilarious. And two, um, simply because Twitch doesn't allow every single game. Um, it's not that I'm gonna play like Rate Play or one of those games, but like something stupid like one of the many like kind of like hentai graphic novel type games or Honey Pop or something like that. But that's for another day entirely.
Have a great night, Bill. I just saw that you said that you're heading out. Thank you again for the raid for us. We really do appreciate it.
Nighty night,
Yes.
Bull.
All right.
Much
So,
appreciation for the raid.
anyway, let's get a little bit back on track. We do have a time limit. So, Moon, how was it moving from South Africa to Canada? I would imagine that's got to be a little scary, and then like just going on your own, and like I would imagine it has to be a little rough, like on your family as well.
Yeah, it was an entire process because I I'd never flown on a plane by myself before. I'd never lived alone before. I'd
Hmm.
never had to, I don't know, like set up my own life before. But it was exactly why I wanted to do it because then, I could be uh able to say, okay, I've done this before, I can do it again. Or but it was quite rough for me and my family because obviously we're very close and my family didn't want me to go, but I thought it was something I had to do for my job because it was a job I really wanted to get, and because I did want to see, the world in a way. I was going to go to the US, and that was even scarier because, you know, the US, there's so many stories about it. I don't know much about it. I've never been. But then, I ended up going to Canada, and definitely Canada's safer than South Africa.
Definitely so.
And it
I thought
was,
you were gonna say America. It was
I mean, that
definitely.
too. But it's like, uh, yeah, like, it's safer. So I knew that even though I'm going to this foreign country that I've never been to, I knew that I'll be okay. Um, I just didn't know how expensive it would be. Oh my word. It is very expensive to live in North America. Um,
Well, Canada especially is. I mean, it's not necessarily cheap to live in America, but
It depends on what state you're at,
well,
I
yeah.
guess.
yeah,
But Canada overall is unfortunately a much more expensive place to live.
yeah,
Yeah, that's what I hear.
it is because I know like some states on your side you don't even have income tax, but here it's like sales tax is there's more than one tax, and that was a weird thing for me because I don't know if it's the same in the US, but um, your tax is added after the fact. So you will see a price on the shelf and it will be
Hmm.
before tax. In South
Yes.
Africa, the price is shown with tax. So you know exactly how much you're going to pay and you're not going to pay a cent more. But when I came to Canada, I realized actually, you know, everything's before tax. So you might buy a console and you end up paying like, I don't know, $50 more than you thought you were going to pay because of tax, or you know what I
Yeah.
mean. But
Yeah.
it's like it's weird. And another thing is that I've never really seen snow. I mean, I've when I was very, very little, sure, but I never really made snowmen or snow angels or whatever you call them. Um, so it was quite cool to see that and experience it. And I'm still not sick of it, I would say. But another thing is like South Africa is pretty advanced in things. We're still like a developing country, but what I noticed here is like something simple like a self-checkout was new to me. I don't know
Hmm.
if you have that in the US, but just
We do.
a toll that you check yourself out and they trust you enough to do that. It's just weird. I don't understand it.
Well,
Like in South
Well,
they're getting even more crazy. I think it's a couple of the Amazon shops in Washington State. Uh, you walk in, pick up an item, and then you just leave with it, and it charges you.
that blows my
It's
mind.
that one completely blows my mind because it's like I have no idea what they're hooking up or how they're doing it, but it's just like it that one's crazy. The other one that I love is in Japan, where they actually you get all of your stuff and then you put your bag on this little refrigerator, or not refrigerator, this little like scale thing, and then it drops it into another container. And I think it is basically just what Devour said, RFID. It's basically just drops through the scanner, and you don't have to touch anything. It rings up everything for you. Then you pay and you leave, and it's just like I'm 100% for more stuff like that. I know there's a lot of pushback because people are very concerned about us taking jobs from hardworking Americans and giving them to robots, but there's always going to be jobs for people in service jobs aside from standing at a register.
Yeah, I mean, as people always say, like, um, jobs that exist today didn't exist 10 years ago. There's so many of them. So where the jobs are taken away, there's always going to be a new opportunity somewhere else. Well, at least we hope so.
Yeah, before the COVID, I would have probably been one of the guys who would have preferred to go to like a self, or not a self checkout, like an actual person. But now with COVID, it's so much easier just to use a self checkout and not worry about things. So I'd imagine a lot of places are probably going that direction as well.
They actually implemented that at my last job. They with COVID and delivery and everything like that, curbside pickup, they finally just developed an app that you go in, you scan the barcode of the item, and your phone just keeps track of everything you scanned. And then when you get done, you hold your phone up uh, to the checkout laser, and it scans it, and then the machine just goes and gets every single thing off your phone. You don't have to touch anything. You don't have to put your. You can literally scan and bag as you're shopping. So I mean, and then you
That's
just go to a
nuts.
self checkout thing, pay, and then leave. And I mean, it's to like I said again. I know a lot of people are like, "Boo, scary," but honestly, like people value their time so much now, and I'm not even looking at that from the COVID perspective. People value their time so much now because I think everybody believes that whatever's going on in their life is the most busiest thing going on ever. So I am 100% for all these like additional ways to like check out faster, get your groceries faster. I made fun of it when I saw it when I started at Harris Teeter, but I'm 100% behind it now.
Alrighty, so let's move on a little bit. So Moon,
Yes.
when you moved from like Mixer to Twitch, how was like the original, or like how was the move to it? Was it a little scary? I know that you had some friends who moved with it. Like I know you knew Odyssey from the community.
So for me, the move wasn't really a move. It was more like a restart because I knew Odyssey, I knew Kate, I knew Code Helix.
Hmm.
Those were my three like main friends that I've kind of kept from Mixer, and I eventually had to stop streaming on Mixer before they even shut down
Wow.
because my internet wasn't strong enough. And in South Africa, your internet's very expensive. So the sad thing was that my streams became too pixelated. They started crashing if someone raided me. Eventually, I just had to say, I love doing this, but I can't. Um, and then I moved to Canada, and eventually I got an internet line that was, enough for streaming. But um, it it kind of the mixer shutting down kind of reminded me like, hey, you used to like streaming, why don't you try again? And so my move was kind of more like a restart, and that okay, I was like, let me start from the ground up. And I was lucky because I met some awesome people right at the start, through Odyssey, through Kate, and through Code Helix that now I've kind of kept and become friends with, and here I am today.
Yeah, so That's interesting. I didn't know about like Helix streaming on Mixer. Huh.
Yeah, he was one of the people who used to stream on Mixer, and I used to frequently, watch his streams. And they, all three of them were kind of people I used to regularly watch, and they all decided to move to Twitch. But I kind of dropped from that, from streaming, from watching streams, because my internet just wasn't. My internet said no, basically.
Hmm.
But then when things died, it was like a reminder, like, hey, here's your opportunity, try again. And so it was a little bit tough because I didn't know anyone, and a lot of my mixer friends stopped streaming. They said they're not gonna move, they're just gonna stop. Um, so it was a little bit, scary at first, but I was lucky that I had Kate, I had Odyssey, and I had Code. That at least I knew. I'm like that new kid in the new class, but at least I have my three friends.
Yeah.
So that made it a little bit better. But it was mostly the people I met along the way that made my journey um, more fun and a lot easier.
Definitely so. So why don't you tell us a bit of how you met? I guess Leanda and I guess since this is kind of how this whole community kind of went on. I'm kind of curious to hear your side since people have heard mine and whatnot.
Yeah. Okay. So when I first started streaming on Twitch, a game I used to play a lot was Dead by Daylight. It is such a fun game, but it was also one of those games where things are constantly happening. I can comment on those things, and it just felt natural for me to stream it. So I always enjoyed streaming it. And Odyssey, I would still watch his streams as well.
Hmm.
And in his stream, I met Leander, or La Leander 23, and he said, okay, I'll come check you out. So one day I was streaming Dead by Daylight. He came in and he said like, "Whoa, I've never played Dead by Daylight, but this looks fun." So I was like, "Yeah, sure, let's play games together sometime." And he said to me, "I have a friend. I know someone who really likes Dead by Daylight, and maybe he can join us." So I said, "Yeah, sure, let's do it." And that's how I met Gadget. And we played Dead by Daylight a lot. Um, I don't know, all three of us kind of was starting around the same time, same journey. Like we all started. I think I was kind of late to the party. You guys had been streaming a little bit longer, but we all kind of were starting our stream
Yeah,
path
and audio too.
and audio as well. So audio, how did I meet audio? I think I met
It's
audio
probably
through
from me.
from you and Dog Chop.
Yeah.
So audio was someone who also said, "Hey, I want to play Dead by Daylight too." And the four of us, we were Dead by Daylight professionals at that point because we used to play games together every day, and that's kind of how the Discord started too.
Yeah.
Um, just four friends playing games every day, chatting about streaming, you know, how best to support each other, asking questions that we needed to know, uh, and just like being there for each other.
Yeah, it was a really great thing to happen, I think, to all of us at the time. I mean, I
Yeah,
think we all helped each other out and grow to what we are today. I don't think if it wasn't for that, I definitely wouldn't have continued to stream or gain as much as I have now. And I'm sure that's kind of the same way with a lot of the other DST guys.
yeah.
Like, yeah,
I met a lot of my friends through Leander and Gadget and Audio because you guys were part of Bruce Green's community, and um, So it was kind of like all of this great community was always constantly in one of your chats. And so through watching you guys and spending time and gaming with you, I got to know a little bit about each person, and slowly but surely, like, I made friends, and we kind of found out this person streams, that person streams. We all kind of just gaming on Twitch together, which is quite cool.
Yeah, that's like, I think with this community that we have, like the Moonians, like I think it's just amazing and how perfect that it tends to be that we're always all out to help one another and help each other grow. And it's just nonstop, just niceness, and it's always a perfect, good time in there. You know, we haven't had any real bad seeds, besides maybe one, but it's been a great ride so far. It's been about almost a year, about now.
Yeah, I think I started the end of June last year. I don't know
Yeah,
about you, Gadget. You were
I
like a month
started
before me?
around, let's see, probably July or August, one of the two.
Mm-hmm. And you,
Yeah.
Taco?
When did I start what? I want to make sure I'm on the
Twitch.
same page. When did I start
Streaming.
Twitch?
Yes.
God, I mean, it was last year, but it was maybe, well, it was after March. So we'll say no. We'll say March. We'll say March because last time I did Mario Day was on YouTube, so I know it was after Mario Day at some point because I'm coming up on next month will actually be 1 year of affiliate for me.
That's awesome. Congrats, man.
So that's
That's amazing.
I don't keep track of a lot of things, as you can clearly tell. I didn't keep track of how long I've been on Twitch. Uh, but when I saw one of my people resub and it was like 11 months in a row, I was like, holy crap. Like that means next month will be a whole year of,
Wild.
affiliation. So I mean,
Okay.
it's been a wild and wonderful journey, and it's been really cool to get integrated into your guys' community. Into the Moonions. No, I've enjoyed it very much. Although I'm gonna call you out right now, Moon. I'm gonna share something that was shared when we were talking the other day. We were just listening to some music and talking, and Moon said when she first met me that I seemed a bit sus.
Really?
Yes.
I did. Because I I get awkward around people when I can't tell their vibe. Like when I
Uh-huh.
don't know their vibe, I'm very like, wary of them. And so when
Yeah.
I first saw Taco in a Ginger Plebs chat, in Gadget's chat, I was like, I can't quite put a finger on this guy. Like I can't understand on the the same vibe as me. But then one day he came to my stream, and he was just I just realized he's like the nicest person, the sweetest person, and he has like amazing jokes, and I was like, why have I been wary of this person? Why have I been worried about being friends with him? He's so cool. And ever since then, I was like, well, hi, Dr. Taco, let's be friends. I don't know. I think it's like I get intimidated by people because I'm too scared to be like, hey, want to be friends? Um, but then when I get to know them, I'm like, oh, okay, they're just as nice as everyone says. Why am I worried?
I just love that one because, like I said, we were just like, oh my god, my phone just dived.
Oh boy.
It's fine.
Do
I
that.
I literally just because I constantly see Moon like listening to music, so I was like, oh, I'm just gonna pop in and start adding music to whatever she's listening to right now. And then when she was like, I have to let you know that when I first met you, I thought you were sus. I was like, what did I do? What did I you to be suspicious. She was like, you just were going to all the streams and you had Nightwolf with you and we didn't know what was going on. And I'm just like, I'm sorry, I was giving off that vibe. But no, it.
No, it's like I just didn't, I didn't know you back then, but now that I do, I'm like really grateful that I did, that I met you, that we became friends.
No,
Well, since we brought up about how you've met the other two beans, we should bring up how you met the last and final bean who's not here today.
Beano. Oh, Beano. Well, one day, so I like to just browse on Twitch sometimes, like just to, like sometimes I just don't want to watch people I'm following. I just want to meet someone new, chat to them, get to know someone, make new friends. And this one day I said, okay, you know what? I feel like watching Dying Light. So I went on to Dying Light, and I like to search from, like, I don't like to go straight to like a partnered streamer. I like to, look around those with lower viewers.
Yep, same.
And so I clicked on Beano, and he was playing Dying Light, and he was just, having fun, and he was so chilled. Everyone who knows Beano knows that he's so chilled, and whatever game he plays, he has fun, and he had like such a calm and chill vibe to his stream that I was just like, you know what, I can feel myself watching this guy stream and working, and I feel like I'll enjoy myself. So I followed him and I started chatting to him and stuff. And he always, I seem to recall, oh yeah, Beano did. He did. At one point, like, Beano fell to his death in game. But he's in Australia, and so it was difficult to go check out his streams more often. And but I knew that on a Monday he would stream at 11 p.m. my time, and so every Monday I'd make sure to go and check out Beano's stream so that I could, see that cool Australian guy with the cool jokes. And then one day he he came to my stream for some reason. I don't know why. And he said hi, and he kept coming back, and he met everyone on the stream. And then, we kind of all became closer and introduced him to everyone, and everyone loved Beano as much as I did.
Yeah, I think I might love Beano more than you now.
I don't think you do. No.
I think I do.
I don't think you do. No.
Everybody skips Beano and Gadget, so.
Like the jellyfish? Oh yeah. There was one time Beano was playing Outer Worlds, and there was, I don't know what we were doing, but everyone in chat was telling Beano to lick one of the alien things that he was flying past, and he was like, no. We made him lick the jellyfish. It was a fun time.
God, that reminds me of just No Man's Sky now, that jellyfish we fought in the outer space. God, I can't get my mind off No Man's Sky, I swear. Ugh.
All I can think of for No Man's Sky is that my ship runs out of thruster fuel far too frequently and gets left in places that I can't get to.
The key is to get the right spaceship.
Definitely.
Since he's in Australia, would him raising his eyebrows be frowning since they're upside down?
Maybe.
Maybe.
So since we're talking about communities and whatnot, how is, I know it's a bit of a struggle for a lot of people, and I think you're one of the ones who have really pulled it off, is how to keep a very successful Discord channel.
Yeah. I mean, I can't say it's me. I have to say that it's literally everyone in the Discord who made it amazing. But starting with our dream stream team, which is me, you, Lali, Audio, we were just 4 friends who made a Discord to play games and have fun. That made it so much easier. Because eventually, when Kieran was like, hey, let's play this game, he joined the Discord. When Dog Chop was like, hey, let's play this game, I was like, okay, cool, join the Discord. And slowly but surely, it started with 4 people, but eventually more people joined just to play games and have fun and chat about stuff we love. And I think, I mean, I can't really put my finger on it, but I'd say it's because everyone kind of knew everyone. We all supported each other. All the people in the Discord are, they don't judge each other. They support each other wholeheartedly. But that's in a lot of Discords. But I think the only thing that I can tell is I try not to push the Discord on anyone. So only the people who really want to be part of it are there. So, but anyone is welcome to always join, of course. But I think the real reason is that because we started with friends, and everyone who joined has been a friend to us.
Yeah.
I don't think anyone who joins is someone we don't love wholeheartedly.
Definitely so. I remember at first.
I couldn't help. We're talking about Discord, so I'm like, I'm gonna fucking just show my own Discord at the moment.
Do it.
Oh, it's out there in chat now. I was like, go to my Discord. Join the Taco Town Discord. It's a budding community, and we would love to have you
there. It's got amazing memes. It's got amazing memes.
Yeah, I remember at first when you were opening up the Discord to people, I remember being a little hesitant at first because you're like, oh, we should add some, I remember you were going to put it on your Twitch, and I was like, oh, we're going to have strangers and whatnot, who we don't know. But luckily, it's been perfect, we just had a whole lot of great people so far.
Yeah, what I did was I made sure that my Discord link is only available when we're streaming, so that spam people, trolls, people we don't necessarily know who've never really been to chat can't just join. They have to be someone who's in our chat and who can only join when I'm live. So if a troll joins, we're all awake. We're all available to get rid of the troll immediately. And I think that the nice thing about Twitch is, or at least for me, the lucky thing is that I haven't met anyone or many people who were just really there to troll. I haven't met a lot of trolls besides maybe the bots and someone here or there, but I've been lucky to find such awesome people. Yeah.
Yeah, we've been very lucky to not have a whole lot of bad eggs, I guess I would call them, for the Discord and our community just as well. I'm just very blessed about that, and it's cool that to see it strive and succeed as much as it has when it was just us 4, just with a little dream of making a little bit in the streams, and here we are today with us growing, continuing to grow, and the Discord being as great as it is.
Yeah. See, Dogchop says, it took a while for my Discord to be active. My 2 cents is keep it well organized and functional with lots of useful channels. Keep using it, try and get conversations going, say hello to people, post memes. Memes are really important. That is the number 1 rule. Post lots of memes.
Or add a whole bunch of bots and do the random phone call thing where you start talking to people and ask if they'll choke Sam.
God.
Oh my word.
I will never forget that because that was the most bizarre night where it was like a couple of people were like, sure, and it was like, I'm going to go ahead and not be in this channel now. I'm just going to go do something else for a little bit.
Yeah, I remember it was, we just kept egging it on too. It was like Sam, the audio, trying to remember who else, maybe Trem and I. Yeah, Leanda, well. And it just got wild that night on that.
Yeah, because there's a bot that allows you to just randomly call a person in someone else's Discord, a random person.
Mm-hmm.
And then you can end the call. It's kind of like Omegle, but the Discord version. And it was just so funny because the people are like anybody.
Yeah. And then Sam started it with the whole choking deal. That's all I can say.
Of course she did. Yeah. She was like, I'm on the journey to find someone.
I just need one person to
Oh.
choke me, please. Everybody keeps leaving me.
Yeah. Uh, we still
It's
have
still
that on there.
available. You can
Yeah.
still do it.
Oh
There's
yeah,
still a
People,
phone
yeah.
bot
I
you
haven't
can
done it in
use.
forever, but I've popped in there a couple of times and been like, do it, and then it's like, I don't know if some people are just like uninterested or what, but it's like it pops in there. I'm like, hello, and then it's like you've been disconnected from the other end. It's like, all right, fair enough.
I
I
don't
think it
think they like
depends on
tacos.
certain nights. Like, I bet it's probably really active on, like, Friday nights or, like, the weekend.
Yeah,
That's just my guess.
probably. I just remember 3 o'clock in the morning, like someone's like started a new phone chat and things went awry very
Yeah.
quickly.
I can only imagine what people woke up to and just being like, what in the hell went on?
Well, it was new. It was a new feature in the Discord, so everybody was like, "Oh, we gotta try this out," and it just went from interest into, are we trying to have internet relationships right now? And I'm using the word relationship, in a very certain manner. It just
Yeah.
was like this is very different than what I was anticipating.
Yeah,
Definitely
I mean
so.
that's another thing we had. We have like relationships and shipping where you can what get your percentage compatibility with someone else
Yep.
Yeah.
and fight people in the Discord using death battles
Married.
and marry each other. There's a lot of marriage drama, but it was all
Well,
just
usually
fun
with you
things.
and Sam.
Yeah, yes, that is true. It was just like a lot of fun things just to, you know, also kind of started a lot of conversations and kept people engaged. I think that
Yeah,
also helped.
definitely so.
And I think
Um,
that's part of why I like you so much, Moon, is because like,
Aww.
well, other than just being just so darn you, um, it's just you're so good at being able to like multitask and keep people uh, interested, and you try to like make everybody's whatever they're saying, you try and make it feel like they're important. Like it's not just like a blasé comment. And it's like, because I see you, if I see you in Keffy's channel or Bill's or anywhere else, like you're always like uplifting or trying to like move something forward, and it's like I really appreciate that about you. Like it's just, I know that
definitely
sounds
so.
weird, but it's like to actually go out there and take the time to try and make everybody feel important is it's just, it's not a quality that you see necessarily in a lot of people. So it's so nice to see.
That's sweet of you to say. I mean,
That's very true.
I kind of think of everyone as my friend. That's kind of why I want, like, I care about everyone. I want them to eat. I want them to look after themselves. I want them to be happy. I don't like to see my friends sad or unhappy or, unsure of themselves. I want to build them up and make them feel like they can do anything, make them feel like they're loved. And I'm not always good at that, but I mean, I will hug you if you need it virtually. But I mean, at least for me, I know that giving 100% of my love to you guys, I know that you guys would give it 100% back the same way.
Definitely so. Well, just like with you and I, we've been friends for, God, probably like 9 months now, almost a year. We've known each other. And
Yeah.
it's like you've always been there for me, and I'm always there for you too. And it's just, I don't imagine it, like what we have now being a thing without you, because you're really like the glue that keeps all of us together, and like the Moonians and whatnot.
Yeah,
see that.
but I feel like it wouldn't be the same without all of you in it, to be honest.
Yeah, but I think I don't know. You're just always there for everyone, and it's like it's always appreciative and whatnot, and like you take your time out of your day, your very busy day at work, and are just there and just to say hi and make everybody feel welcome, not on just the Discord alone, but on like their streams, everybody's streams and whatnot, and it's very nice. Plus, you are the best mod as well.
I mean, wait, is Leander here?
I don't think
No.
so.
Okay, I am definitely the best one. Psh,
Well, you are
totally.
my best mod. Somebody has to set my game because I always
Yes.
forget.
99% of gadget streams have no game.
Yes.
I'm literally like working. I might be like, you know, in a I don't know, another channel when he starts, but then as soon as I see him without his game on, I'm like, oh my word, gotta get in there quickly before before too long. And it's
Oh
always
God.
always empty, and I'm like, gadget, why?
Maybe I
It's
just do it now, just like not thinking about it, and then for you to do it. I don't know.
yeah, like now it's just become a thing.
Yeah,
Like
it's just
that's
like a
my
habit.
my job. Yeah.
Yeah. Uh, um. So since we don't have Beano here for his like sweet Australian thing of the day, I was thinking, since you are from South Africa, how about some South African slang? I know we had a fun
Oh.
time one night. You and I just doing. I was saying like different slangs, then you would describe it to me. I thought that would be kind of cool to do.
Okay. Wait, let me look it up so that I remember what they are, but there's like a whole bunch that I can teach you guys. Probably not the swear words. Maybe I can teach. Wait, should I teach
You
you this?
don't. I
I don't
well,
know if I
I
should.
don't know. Probably not. I did the one, and you weren't a fan of it. I'm trying to
Oh
remember. Was
yeah.
it what sec?
Oh
I think it
yeah.
was.
What
Yeah.
it basically means F off.
Yeah. It was funny because the slang thing I was looking up, it just said like "go away." It wasn't like a big old "f off," and she was like so appalled by me saying that. Uh,
Because people don't use it as they use it when they're really angry. You know? It's not a it's like the C word in
mhm.
in in like the UK is like a chilled word, but if you use it anywhere else, it's like it's not that nice to say. Um, okay, so I found a nice list.
Okay.
Um, Bry,
I was
which Gadget
hoping you would say
knows.
Bry first. That's
You
all I
did?
remember. Yes. I
So
always say Bry to you.
you do.
Can you guess
It's
what
it's
that is, Taco or chat?
Bry is a wonderful abbreviation for Breyer's all natural ice cream, which means from nature.
I mean, you're kind of on the right direction. A little bit.
I don't even understand how that's even remotely close. But I'll wait. I'll say I have no idea.
You don't?
No.
Anyone in chat gonna guess?
Oh, bye, Gadget. Have a good night. Oh, welcome back.
Right.
There we
I'm
go.
back. But I was saying it is food related.
It is. It is food related.
Bry, and it's food.
Mm.
It's delicious rye bread. It's bry.
It's also a verb. To bry.
to, to,
Yes.
I have no idea.
When I usually say it, I say to Moon, like, go and go back to your and do a braai, or when are you gonna make a braai for us, or do a braai for us?
Yeah.
Oh,
It's a shoe.
a shoe is not a food, so I think that eliminates that. Unless you're
Should
my
I
dog
share
right
it?
now. Please
Yeah.
do.
Okay, so a braai is another word for a barbecue. So, a braai is something that South Africans do all the time. Braai is like a common thing that people do. On weekends, you'd go for a braai. For your birthday party, you'd have a braai. We even have a braai day, Heritage Day, where people just go to the forest or the beach and they braai. But it's like a common thing to barbecue. Grill some meat, grill some garlic bread, make some boerewors, which is something else. It's basically sausage, but we call it boerewors. But yeah, the barbecue.
Yeah.
Another one is lekker. Lekker is like
I
a
need to
word
know
that we
this
use a
one.
lot.
Leka. Okay, I
Like
know.
One
I
we
actually know
did
this
before.
one. I actually do know this one. And I'll even
type
use
it in
it.
chat.
I'll even use it as in a sentence.
That's how you spell braai.
I went to the post office, and they were out of the self-adhesive stamps, so they gave me some of the old ones, and I lekker the back to make the stamp stick.
Oh, no. Good try though. That's a good one. I like that.
Lekker.
This is one I
Lekker.
used to know.
Lekker
Oh.
also sounds like I went down to the ABC store because I was out of lekker. That's, if you don't
Not
know
a
what
bad one.
if you don't know an alcohol store, if ABC is an alcohol distribution center, so like
You can say like, "Oh, that food was lekker," or "I just had a lekker braai."
oh lekker
Was it like
sounds
appetizing or like good?
Yeah, it's like nice or great.
like fetch.
Yeah,
Point.
basically. So yeah, that's
Keep
that
count,
that
Beano,
one.
on the points.
On the
Another
points.
one is something I use a lot in people's chat. It's aish.
Oh, yes, you do. It's like a oof or like a yeesh, like a
Yeah.
mistake.
Yes, like aish.
That was also going to be my
Someone
guess.
bold of you guys to assume you're getting points. Oh, Bean.
Come on, I get the points, Beano. That's what I do on my streams. I give you guys points.
Welcome to Three Beans in a Pod, the the show where everything's made up and the points don't matter. So
That's like mine. They have no point reason to be there. Alrighty, so what's next, Mooney?
What if someone says ach?
Like gross?
No.
Or like annoyed?
Well, kinda. It's well, yeah, it's kind of like when you're annoyed. That's what you say.
my wee haggis.
Ach. Wait, let me actually. It's the back of the throat, guys.
Oh,
Use
good
the
lord.
back of the
Ah.
Yes. Yes. You got it.
That's also what I sound like after I drink a Mountain Dew. So I didn't know I was using South African slang, so that's pretty cool.
So it's like, say the dog peed on the carpet or something, and it would be like, ach. Or ach no, man. Like you're
no,
upset.
man.
Or ach no, like
sounding German now.
Upset?
Like you say like no, the dog peed on the carpet, and you might say like ach no, or like I don't know what would you say in America, like grr no.
I mean, I mean, I kind of feel like ach is kind of like universal because I mean, ugh is kind of like
That's
Yeah.
what I was
one,
thinking.
or
Yes,
you can just
yes.
be
But
like,
that's why I
ugh.
said like annoyed.
Yes,
That's what I figured it would be.
it is. It's kind of like that, but it's like the Afrikaans version of it. While we're here,
Okay.
if you see a G in Afrikaans, you say like from the throat. Just saying.
So I was trying to. So he would be Gadget. We were trying to figure that out.
Oh my word! I hope that they're. Wait. This is my one of my favorite Afrikaans words. You say it. Can you guys try and say that one?
Grill rig.
No, I mean in Afrikaans.
Grillig.
I sound like I have a really bad speech impediment. Because
Grillig.
to say ach, so
Grillig.
grog.
Oh god, that would get nuts.
Oh
Right.
no.
I literally sound like I'm drowning. I sound like there is water entering my
boy.
mouth, and I can't. Grog, grog.
I'm dying.
Well, would you like to pronounce it for us so that I can stop hurting my
Sure,
throat?
wait, I have to stop smiling. My cheeks are hurting. You'd say grillerig.
Oh, well, of course. Why wouldn't you say, oh, my bad. That was...
Grillerig.
Oh,
Grillig.
Yeah, that's. It's like, you know that feeling you get like the heebie-jeebies? You'd say it's like grillerig.
Okay.
Okay. Another one is. This is something I taught Bull. So if he was here, he would know. But, shame piece.
What?
Shame piece.
Same.
Shame piece?
Yeah.
Oh, that's actually what I call my one ex-girlfriend. She was my shame piece. I've done much better since.
That's what I call this podcast.
Oof. Ugh.
Oof.
Ugh.
Oh god.
Nice. Nice.
Oh.
I like it. I like it.
Shame piece. Shame piece. Shame piece. That is my shampoo. I'm at least gonna give you interesting and humorous answers, if nothing else.
I
Can
like
we
it.
get
I love it.
like in a sentence?
He crashed his car. Shame piece. Or he was late for work. Shame piece.
That sucks.
Yeah.
Yeah, kind of. It's like an expression of sympathy.
Oh.
Okay.
Okay. What do you think a joel is?
A Joel?
A joel.
A Joel.
That's a person.
No, look at the spelling.
He's my favorite streamer from Sweden. So next question. Let's go.
It's like, my friends and I went to a joel.
A party?
Yeah.
Oh, there you go.
You can use it for like a party or a club.
I'm over here trying to do 50 cents into club now. You find me into Joel.
We went to a liquor joel.
Whichever one is last is conveniently worth exactly the point differential between Gadget and Taco plus 1 point, so anyone can win.
What?
I've been getting most of these right, so I appreciate that, Beano.
Nice, nice. Okay, here's one that maybe, I don't know if it's South African, but we say it in Cape Town. Enchi. This is like slang, so this isn't something you'd... It's not like Afrikaans, it's like...
Enchi?
Enchi.
Enchi.
When you're feeling a little hungry.
No.
It's very specific, Taco.
It's an
Just
object.
a little hungry.
It's an object.
Well, you know, you could be like, you know, I'm a bit peckish. Means you're just a
Well,
little
I mean-
hungry.
Chi, TJIE, is usually used in Afrikaans to show that something's the small version. So, like a cat is a kaiki.
Boom.
I
Or-
remember that. Yes,
Yeah.
that was one we've done before.
Oh, so it's a small tree. You're talking about small tree. Ent, G.
Yeah. Something small.
Angie liked the song.
Not quite.
Is it Beano's brain? Small brain.
If anyone has a small brain, it's me, guys. His bot
no.
tells me that all the time.
It's a shame that
So,
I
It
didn't
tells
stay here
me
long
mine's
enough to ask
large.
what why he's a poopy head, but that's a complete aside.
Okay, let me give you how someone would say it in a sentence.
Okay.
So you go up to
Okay.
your friend and you're like, "Can I bum an inchie off you?"
A cigarette?
Yeah. Because it's like, you know, you might not say cigarette, but you'll say inchie.
Okay.
You guys will probably know what this is because it's a little bit more common than the others, but biltong.
Biltong.
Bulltongue?
Biltong.
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 Biltong. Biltong.
This is gonna make a great audio podcast. Biltong.
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 Yeah.
Or is that Biltong? I'm not gonna be able to get that G thing right ever, so let's just get that out of the way now.
No, this one you just like biltong.
Biltong.
Yeah.
Biltong. Can you use it? No, don't use it in a sentence. Biltong. That is the original company of Billabong before they completely went out and remarketed. Nope, fell fat.
Nope.
That's fine. That's fine.
I will. Oh, Beano got the point. Biltong is like jerky. Yeah.
Oh, well, there you go.
Nice.
I
Beano
feel
gets the
like we
point.
actually had this conversation before.
We have. That's why I had a feeling you guys would get it, but I guess
Yeah,
only
this was
Beano
one that
remembered.
we've said before. On
Yeah.
This playing.
Um,
Alright, how about
this is
one
a
more?
good one.
Give us
Okay,
your
hold
best one.
on. What? My best one?
Get
Alright.
Best
let
of
me-
the slang. That would already be Bry.
This is something I say a lot. Okay, wait, here's one. Okay, I wouldn't say this one, but
Yes, you would. If it's horribly offensive, it's first thing out of her mouth.
Is it Vetsec?
Beg your pardon.
no. Okay. Do you want? Okay, let me think. I got two more, so let's go through them quick. This
Okay.
one is called Domkop.
Domkop. I had to take
Yes.
a poop.
This
What?
is one we've said before on the
Yeah.
Opiate, yeah.
that was my guess. Domkop. I got a Domkop. I'll be back. That's a Pokemon. Domkop, I choose you.
Okay, guesses. One more guess, everyone. Then I'm gonna tell you.
Okay. Is it a shoe?
No.
That was a good guess, though.
Like the German
Okay,
that
Beano,
sounds the same.
what is it?
Beano, what is it? Can you go 2 for 2 on your
Tell
guesses?
us. Tell us, Beano.
Dumplings?
Dumplings. Ooh. Not quite.
Idiot.
Yep. Because dom means stupid. If someone tells you you're dumb, you're stupid. Kop means head. So it's like stupid head.
Oh.
Alright, this last one's for all the points.
Yep, this is the
Alright,
one that
this last
matters.
one is indeed for all the points. Cease.
And desist.
Beef?
Cease.
Cease.
Yes.
It's the South African sus.
Quite.
Cease. Cease. Literally, I just hear the word cease and it just means stop. That's
Audio got it.
gross, really?
Yeah,
Oh.
like if someone farts or something, you can say cease. That's,
So you say
like,
cease
that's
during a lot of my
Well.
streams.
Audio came in and won all the points at the end.
Also, I love the fact
Good
that
job.
Beano and I are on the exact same wavelength because Beano just put literally what I was typing. South African sus.
So these are probably not all the best slang words, but these are some that like I've heard before and that I might use or that are, might be nice to know. Now you guys will know if I call someone a domkop what it means.
Yes, Audio, you are indeed a winner. Alrighty, so for the last, let's see, we got about like 15 minutes.
Yeah, 15
So
minutes.
let's do some Q&A for Moon or these two beings here.
What?
Anyone?
I just had to allow Look Mom.
Or do you
I'm
have any?
finally a winner because Look Mom was a blocked term.
How?
Wow.
Oh, have you ever
It
looked at a
doesn't make
mom?
sense.
Do you have any questions for Moon Taco, by the way? I've already...
I have a couple quick ones, and if I missed it, I apologize in advance because I was
Are
trying to
you a
like
robot?
do lots of random stuff while everything was going on. What exactly got you into streaming? Like, if you said that, I apologize. I just didn't remember hearing it.
So when I first started, I saw Mixer, the OG Xbox people will know they actually added Mixer as a tab on Xbox.
Yeah.
So it was just part of the UI. And so I was like, oh, okay, let me check it out. And then when I checked it out, I met Code Helix. I met a guy named the Angry Killer. And he was such a cool guy. He played Rainbow Six Siege. And I used to join him on his streams playing the games with him. He's like, come on, join. Me and my friend Rose, we would join him, play games with him. And we met all of the people in his stream, including Strawberry Shortcake.
Okay.
And so that's how I met her, except she had a different streaming name then. But both of them were always having so much fun in their streams. And they said to me, like, why don't you stream? I'm like, you should stream. It'll be fun. And I was like, maybe I'll give it a try. And I ended up doing it, and they all supported me, and it was like a lot of fun. And I don't know, it was just we just became like this group of friends streaming together because he inspired me to start, and he kind of encouraged me to start. I would have never done it because I'm so bad at like speaking to people I don't know, but with them there it was a lot easier. And yeah, I guess that is how I started.
Okay, I just was curious because it's one of those things that's just like, I know you said you started doing it. I just was curious, like, why, and I was like, there's a possibility I just completely missed it when we were going over stuff. But I guess my other question is, because you said you moved to Canada for your work, and again, as I preface this before the show, you don't have to share anything you don't want to share, but like, so what job did you take that you were like, I have to leave my home country and move to another entire continent? Like, what, like, you clearly have a passion for it if you're like, I'm willing to fly halfway across the world to do this.
Well, I know it's coding.
So yeah, it's software development, right? That's the job. But the big thing for me was the company. And the
I was
company,
going to say, is it the company?
yeah, it's the company. So the company has a place in South Africa, right? It does. But with coding, you have your teams in different places doing different things. So in South Africa, if I joined them, it would be about sales, about you know, selling things, about making things easier for customers to buy things. But if I come to Canada, go to the US, things are far more interesting and far more in depth and far more uh I guess there's far more variety than if I had just gone to the branch in South Africa.
Okay.
Um, and there was a whole, um, you know, program for me to come to Canada. So I was like, this would be awesome. Let me take it.
Hmm.
No, that's awesome then. I just was curious because it just was like, for, I don't know of, for me personally, I don't know of any job where I just would be like, well, guess it's time to move to Poland because I really love this job. Like, I mean, I'm really, like, hearing that is just like, it's crazy for me because, like, I've always been kind of blessed with, like, having family that's never been, like, too far away. Like,
Yeah.
there's been points where it's been like 6 or 8 hours away, so it's like, oh man, they live so far away. So I couldn't imagine. I couldn't even imagine now, honestly. And I'm older than you and more secure in myself than I was as a lad. But, like, I couldn't even imagine now just being like looking at my wife, being like, well, an opportunity just came up, so we're gonna go ahead and uproot and move to Germany. Like, just all the props in the world to you for being able to do that, and having, the courage and the willpower to do something like that, because that's crazy to me.
Yeah, I mean, for me, it was definitely easier because I'm not at that marriage and children stage and where I own a place or I'm physically renting a place. I was like, I'm fresh, not quite fresh out of university, but I'm like almost there, and I I didn't have as much ties to South Africa besides my family, my like direct family. And like it sucks being away from them, but it was a lot easier for me to just kind of uproot things. And it's crazy how when you think about it, how many possessions, how much possessions actually are meaningful to you and how much actually aren't,
Yeah.
and what you really value once you have to move away from it.
Definitely.
Uh,
So, I remember you told me this before. I'm not exactly sure if you want to share all of it, but I'm gonna
Hmm.
say, I remember you said not too long ago that you might have to move at some point. Oh,
Hold on.
hold on. Oh, it's working.
Okay. Yeah, it died for a
Okay.
second. What did you say? Can you
Oh,
repeat that?
I said that I remember you told me not too long ago that you have to move at some point.
Yeah, so with like moving to a different country, there's always like issues with moving, with immigration, with um, trying to find a place that will like a visa and finding the right team for you. So there's like all kinds of different aspects that change where I might end up. Um, but now that I might move to the US, I it might be a possibility whereas it wasn't before. So I don't know how things will turn out necessarily, but it is something that could happen. And then at TwitchCon, I will definitely be sneaking cookies into everyone's pockets. Just saying.
so
Alrighty.
I want to get to a couple of the questions that I saw pop up in chat. I'm gonna take care of uh, the very silly running joke question after the more serious one. Beano wants to know, what is your 2020 game of the year.
Oh, that's a good one.
Oh, that is a good one. Dang. Let me think. Let me think. Hmm. I mean, I think it came out in 2020, but it would probably be um Ari and the Will of the Wisps.
I believe it did.
Yeah, Ari and the Will of the Wisps was an amazing game for me because not only was it an addictive game to play, but it was also even better than the first game. So it's very rare that a sequel outdoes the first one, but this one did. And I just really, really enjoyed that game. The music, the soundtrack, I've already added it to my playlist. It was so awesome to hear. Um, the gameplay obviously was a lot of fun, and it just it was like a natural progression in the story, and it was so worth it. I almost don't want them to make another one, but I feel like even if they did, it would be, uh, they would have done a good job with it.
So I want to piggyback on that one because it's kind of like when we were discussing our like 2020 games, like 2020 game of the year and stuff like that. So what would be your like 2020 game of the year that didn't come out last year? So like what game did you really enjoy playing? It can even be something that you've enjoyed playing like recently, and just anything that's really just like tickled your fancy.
You want me to say No Man's Sky? I know. I know.
No, you don't have to say No Man's Sky. You can say whatever you want. I mean, it doesn't have to keep
No
circling
Man's Sky.
back to that.
It's a trap, yeah. Hmm. What did I play that was quite a lot of fun?
You've played so many games, I'd imagine it's got to be hard.
Yeah, that's the thing. Like I did definitely play a lot of games. So it's hard to pinpoint one, but hmm, what did I load up the most?
Hmm.
What did I load up the most?
Boy, I got her stumped with this one.
Ah, you did. You did. Because I'm thinking like Dead by Daylight, we played a lot of that, but
We did.
not for the most of the year. Call of Duty, I did play quite a bit of multiplayer, but not
Yeah.
for the full year. Uh, Rocket League was always kind of a fan favorite of mine. There's breaks in between, but it always, I always play it and enjoy it. Um, More so now with the Moonians community, we just kind of troll each other,
Oh my god,
blow each other up, and knock each other around.
I've been
Oh,
vibing
that
on
was
that
fun.
though.
Oh yes, Super Lucky's Tale. Beano's
Oh,
right.
yeah.
Super Lucky's Tale was the new one, new Super Lucky's Tale was definitely an awesome game.
Was that your first affiliate stream?
No, my first affiliate stream was
It was one of the earlier ones.
House Flipper. It was.
Oh,
So
yep, yep.
new Super Lucky's Tale was the first stream where I got a 300-person raid.
Oh my god.
Oh, yeah. That was the Land of Bruce raid.
Yes. I got a
Wow.
300-person raid on that game and I was terrified. And I was hiccuping and trying to not show it on stream because I was so nervous.
So was
Um,
I. I had to mod that.
yeah, exactly. And the thing was, I went from 300 people to 100 by the end of the stream, so it was still a lot of people. And
Yeah.
yeah, I just thought of that now, but it was like that was a crazy stream. But New Super Lucky's Tale, I always enjoyed that game, and I'm really glad they made a second one.
Plus, I remember when you raided out, you raided Alu, and that's how he got affiliate. That was really
Yes,
cool.
yes. Crazy times.
That was the raid you had to turn down, Beano. I was going to guide it to Beano so he could hit affiliate. I was trying to find someone who was not affiliate at the time to tell Moon to raid. And Beano was one, Audio was another, and Alu was on, and that was the one.
Yeah, the thing about that kind of raid is you have to be mentally prepared for it. I wasn't mentally prepared for it, to be honest. Gadget was like, I think something's coming. And I
I
was
knew
like,
it was
what do
coming.
you mean? And he was like, something's coming. And I just, like, everyone had been talking about things in chat the whole time. And so
I was
I
so
had a
nervous.
feeling. I was like so nervous. I forgot to breathe sometimes, but here we are today.
I believe I got a whisper from Leanda saying, "Hey, be ready. There's a Bruce raid coming to Moon. Have fun modding it," or something like that.
Oh boy. Yeah,
Yeah.
that is a terrifying message to receive, to be honest.
Yeah.
I don't blame you.
I mean, if you have to mod anything though, and this is just from me going to Bruce's streams, I feel like if you have to mod anything and it's going to be kind of unforeseen, I feel like that would at least be an easier mod because 9 times out of 10, every time I've been there, the people there are usually so chill. So like I just don't see them rolling into anywhere and just being like, and now the time to troll has begun, you know?
Nah, like everyone, there was like maybe one or two people who said hi, but everyone was mostly lurking. So it wasn't too like, it wasn't trolly. Everyone like was very either lurking or they, were just watching. They weren't, they were all like, kind about it. No one made fun of me or anything like that, which was really cool.
Definitely so.
But yeah, Beano, I think definitely new Super Lucky's Tale.
I saw Hizoka earlier ask if you are indeed a robot.
I cannot confirm nor deny this question.
That is one of the longest running jokes is that Moon is actually a robot.
Alrighty, so
I don't even know where it came from.
if anyone else has some questions, definitely feel free to come bring them out because if not, I have one final question. I feel like it's a good one. So where do you hope to see yourself streaming wise within next year? Like from now on till then? Or is there things that you feel like you should like succeed at more or you need to work on?
I definitely think goal-wise, I don't have a particular like follower or sub goal or anything like that because I'm not really necessarily doing this to reach partner or to like earn a side income because this is all just for fun for me. But I think by next year, if obviously like things will grow on at its own pace, but I'd want us to still have this vibe, this close
Definitely
vibe.
so.
And I know that with growth that can sometimes be threatened, but I really don't want that. I want it to be the same. Like I want everyone to feel welcome and like have friends that they can kind of come chat to and things. But something I would like to focus on and like work on is definitely my conversational skills. I'm I I hate that I can't just like talk to myself on stream as well as others can, and I've never really been good at that. So I'm hoping that obviously with streaming I get a little bit better at it every time. But I still think it's something I would like to focus on because uh, sometimes just having a quiet stream where no one's talking, I'm not talking, it will obviously like give a different vibe to what I'd like. So hopefully one day I can do that, and hopefully one day my stream can reach a level where alerts, sound alerts, things like that are not restricted by my Xbox.
Mm-hmm.
That's definitely something I hope that that can change. But ultimately, I just want the community to be close because the real reason I'm doing this is to make friends and to have fun and to just kind of break out of my shell a bit. So, yeah.
Well, I can definitely see the talking thing, just as a streamer myself. That's always, I feel like I struggle with that. Just trying to like keep chat entertained and just talking to yourself. It's a bit of a struggle, but I think you
Yeah.
do quite well at it.
Thank you. I do feel
No
like I need to
problem.
do better though. I wanna be the best person, best streamer I can be for you guys.
That's
But
just
yeah,
everybody.
Gadget, like I feel like the games that you play and the conversations you have, they definitely like make chat interact with you. It's not like, where you just say something and everyone's like, okay, cool, he said something. It's more like, hey, I actually really want to answer this guy. I really want to be part of this conversation. And that's also very difficult to achieve.
Well, I appreciate that because that's definitely something I've been working hard on since really becoming an affiliate. I've always told you that, like, that's something I've worked on and I was always worried about starting out on. So hearing that from you does mean a lot to me.
Yeah.
Audio says new PC win.
I have no idea. It's something I'll save towards for sure, and it's something I'd like to get, but yeah, when is a difficult question. I am saving towards it, so one day there will be one. I don't know when. I don't even know how to build a PC or what PC to get, but
Mm,
I do want to get that so that, the streamer can level up.
I knew that, Phil. I knew that. I mean, I put so much time into my computer, and I ended up like just kind of diving out and buying a pre-built because my anxiety of trying to build a computer was just starting to skyrocket, and stuff that I had looked into was no longer on sale or wasn't for sale anywhere, and it's just like the price kept fluctuating, and I just was
Hmm.
like, I don't want to keep using this laptop that's overheating. I don't want to keep streaming just from my PS4. I was like, I'm getting so limited by what I can do that at the time I just was like, I'm gonna take, because I just saved all, I literally was saving all of my Twitch money to go buy a PC. So I never cashed out anything. It just kept banking until I turned it on. I cashed it out, and I went out and bought the pre-built. And it honestly, like, I love my pre-built. It's so good. It does everything I freaking need. And yeah, Beano has the most high-end computer ever, but he can't stream without dropping frames all the time. So that shows you what a building your own computer can do.
well, not even like just as it is right now. I don't see like getting a computer in the future or anytime right now is kind of possible with just the shortage of everything, you know? Like I know Audio has been trying to get a decent graphics card for quite a while now, and they're just like sold out, and people scalp them. So
I did
Yeah, and the GPU shortage is also pretty bad.
I did
yeah,
also want to squeeze in these. Well, it's a two-part question, but the main question is coming from Hazoka. He wanted to know, what is your favorite food, because you're always so concerned about us eating, and then I want to piggyback on that. So it's like, you can, whatever your favorite food is, awesome, go for that. And then what has been like your new favorite food, like when you moved to Canada, like something exciting you found that was like, I've never had this and I love it.
noodles.
Boy, I'm so excited. I'm so excited to answer that. Okay. So, my favorite food is pizza, of course.
Okay.
Weirdly enough, I find myself ordering pizza more than anything else, and I think that's a good sign that pizza is the right thing. But Canadian pizza is not great. I'm sorry, Canadians, but I can't find good pizza in, in Canada. I found one that's okay, but not great. But yeah, anyway, pizza is indeed the perfect food. And something in Canada that I realized I really enjoy, something that doesn't exist in South Africa that I could find, is souffle pancakes and souffle cheesecake.
Okay.
It is delicious. It's like super, super soft pancakes that melt in your mouth, or cheesecake it's like aerated dessert. And it's so good. Because I didn't know it existed, but now that I do, it's so yum. I'm actually a sweet tooth, so um, don't ask me what my favorite dessert is, but pancakes and cheesecake with souffle, it's amazing.
Have you tried the one Canadian thing? I forget what it's called right now.
Poutine or
Yes.
Oh yeah, poutine. I have. It's basically just chips with sauce, but it's good. It's good.
Have you had a bagged milk yet?
I bagged milk. We have that in South Africa.
Oh, do you?
If that's what you're talking about. Yeah, it's like
Yeah.
cheaper milk, but in a bag. Yeah, we've got that.
Mhm. I
And then
know
you
that's
just
a
have a
Canadian
jug for
thing.
it.
I'll say
Yeah.
no, that's a big thing or I don't know if it's a big thing everywhere in Canada, but I know it's a big thing in Canada.
Yeah.
I mean, I didn't really see more bagged milk than normal cotton milk, but we have that in South Africa.
I don't think we have bagged milk anywhere in America, or I'm just not looking hard
No.
enough.
No.
It
There's
is
no.
cheaper. It is cheaper because I don't know why it's harder to use, but it's actually cheaper.
I can't imagine. Like, I guess because the dairy industry is just so big in America. Like, a gallon of I think a gallon of skim milk near me is like $1.69 or something like that. I mean,
It's around, well, gallon might be about 2 or 3 here.
but I
Not
mean
much
that's
though.
it's like how much cheaper can you get at that point?
Yeah.
It's like this is actually the milk that spills on the barn floor. We just kind of mop it into a bucket and then pour it in a little sack.
I wonder if maybe it gets. Is it better in bulk?
Maybe
I don't
that's
know.
what it is. It's
Possibly.
Maybe.
because I mean I imagine a bag might be milk in a bag now with 15% milk. Oh Lord. Uh, milk goon sacks. Yes, it is a goon sack. I'm down for. I will play pin the tail on the goon or whatever with a goon sack of milk.
Alrighty, so I think that is about time. So I think we're gonna have to do a wrap up.
Yeah, I think we're pretty good.
Yeah. Is there anything you would like to say, or anything that you've wanted to, or feel like you questions that you may have wanted to answer that we may not have brought up, Moon?
I think we covered everything.
Okay.
I think that's.
Let's see. I
Thank
feel
you
like
for
we did a pretty
inviting me,
good job.
guys.
Oh,
No problem.
anytime. Let's see.
Well,
I really
everybody,
appreciate it.
if you haven't, which I'm sure you all have, make sure to give Moon a follow. She's and definitely join the Discord as well. She's like
Yes,
the
indeed.
reason why we're all talking right now.
I'm in the middle of just setting up the raid. I apologize.
Okay.
Um, um,
Do you want to do any is there anything that you want to like say that like your Twitter or like a plug or anything? You know what I mean? Like
I'll say.
Who, me?
that you want people to follow? Yeah,
Yeah, do it.
Oh, yeah, sure.
that's
This is my
that's what we
Twitter.
do.
My Twitter.
Oh, that's creative. I wouldn't have thought of that.
Moonlit101 was taken.
Oof.
The impasta.
Just like we have the fake Beano Supremo, the real Beano Supremo has a really awesome picture of Boba Fett. So if you guys want to see the real Beano Supremo, you'll know which one to find.
The real Beano Supremo is the Australian they meet along the way.
Beano's really gonna start questioning, like, if I'm actually his friend. I just see it coming one day. He's gonna be like, are you really though? Because I feel like I'm a human punching bag.
Oh yeah, wait, one more question, just for Beano. Is there any end to the bullying of Beano, Moon?
No, because if there's an end to the bullying, it means we aren't friends anymore.
Oof.
So I don't think there is gonna be one. Sorry, mate.
Alrighty, well, I am Gadget. You can. I don't really do the socials, but you can follow me at Gadget001. I'm not exactly sure when Taco, Beano, and I are gonna do a new one, but I'm sure it'll probably be within maybe 2 to 3 weeks. I think that.
I can certainly hope. Hopefully the
I think
stars will align.
Yeah. Well, it should, hopefully, with the new work schedule. I think we're planning on continuing to do it on Wednesdays, right?
That would probably be best. But I'd say I already stream
I like
Wednesdays.
Wednesday.
He already streams, or Beano already streams Wednesdays. So I mean, well, Thursday for him. But it's, it kind of falls in line pretty easy.
Yeah. Alrighty, so Taco, you do your plugs.
Oh yeah, we can get that out of the way real quick. Everything is Dr. Taco 1982, Instagram, Twitter, TikTok, Facebook, you name it. Dr. Taco 1982 is on it. I make the joke that go to onlyfans.com/Dr. Taco 1982. You will not be disappointed. Yeah, I think that's pretty much all we have. I'm trying to adhere. Yes.
One more thing is just our stream stuff. Next time we're in a stream. Next time will be Friday for me. It will be Saturday with Beano for him. Multi-stream, No Man's Sky. Anyone's welcome to join. Moon, when's your next stream?
My next stream is on Thursday, 5:30 PST. PM.
Oh yeah, I should probably say 7 Central for me.
Yes.
What are you going to be playing, Moon? Do you have an idea?
I'll be playing Forgotten Anne, a puzzle platformer game.
Okay.
How you liking that game so far?
So far, it's good. The puzzles aren't too tough, but the game itself is hand-drawn art, so it kind of gives Studio Ghibli vibes, which I love.
I got to see a little of you playing it, and it definitely looks very, very cute and very well done for like the style of it.
Yeah.
I myself will most likely be joining in on the multi-stream on Friday, lest something happens. Saturday, I should be streaming at noon, lest I find out we're doing mandatory overtime on Saturday. Fingers crossed that we're not. And then Sunday, we'll be streaming something. I'm trying to adhere to a schedule of Sunday, Wednesday, Friday, and Saturday. I'll see how that goes. But I was gonna go to Tyler.
Tyler just went off.
He just went off?
I see. Yeah, he just went offline.
Yeah.
Oh, well, then we're not going to Tyler.
I also see Bolt with 1 viewer. If you want to go to him, or if you want to go to Shiva, she's at 3.
I'll go to... I rated J-Bolt not too long ago. I was going to do Tyler, because I haven't done Tyler in forever. So I will do Shiva Rose Bloom, playing the Darkest of Dungeons. A game I've always had I've had an interest in, but I've never picked it up because I've heard it's brutally difficult. But yeah, thank you so much, everybody. You've got all of our plugs. You've seen all of our things we had to see. Thank you again, Moon, for taking time out of your day to spend with us on Two Beans in a Pod this week.
Yeah,
No
thank you so
problem.
much.
This was so much fun. Thank
Uh,
you so much for the invite.
I'll say definitely look forward to having you on again in the future. Uh,
Definitely so.
I don't know what we'll talk about next time, but we'll talk about something. I don't know. We'll come up
We'll
with
figure something out to
topics.
do.
That's what we do around
I'm
here.
sure more gimmicks like Australian facts and fun facts of the day or whatever we tend to do.
But it was actually also kind of
One
nice
second.
that we kept the stream within a much more allotted time.
I know.
We did a
I was on it
wonderful
this
job.
time.
But yeah, thank you so much, everybody. Like I said, we're going to be rating out to Shiva Rose Bloom. If you haven't, like we said, go follow Moonlit101. Go follow Gadget001. Go follow Beano Supremo. All the
Let's say we didn't
people.
plug Beano,
Oh, we're always
but he
going to plug
wasn't
the
here.
Beano. Yeah, if he's not here, he doesn't get plugged. That's what happens.
Yeah,
You don't come to work, you don't get paid.
Aw.
exactly. Don't follow Beano.
Yeah, unfollow him, please. Unsub.
Looks
I'll
like
say the raid
we're.
timer just ran down.
Oh boy, that's what we ended on.